the top of the Empire State Building.
Hi, it's Shelly Rome with Z100. We are here at the legendary Cat's Deli in New York City with the lovely Tones and I. Hey guys. Oh my God, we're about to have an authentic meal. Ooh, thank you. I made her order the Dr. Brown's because this is so New York. It's so deli food.
Okay, I've never had this before.
It's cream soda. You're gonna love it.
Okay.
So welcome to New York.
Thanks.
This is so exciting.
Yeah, I love it here.
What's your favorite thing about the city so far?
The vibe.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about it, but like last time I was here, I loved it so much. And then I left and I was coming back and I thought, oh, what if I don't like it? Like I've been so excited to come back, but I got here only last night and today I was like, oh, I love it so much.
There's the energy is like no other city, and you're doing your first show, Mercury Lounge tonight. I don't know what we were just talking about it before we started filming. What are you sort of feeling? You're here performing in the Lower East Side.
I don't know. I'm so excited to play a show here. My first show in America. Like, never even thought I would sell out a show in Australia, let alone selling out a show and getting to play here in New York City to people from across the world. Like, that's crazy.
Well, you have a little song that has brought you here. It's like literally the biggest song in the world. We're going to talk about it in a second, but can we just break down your name? Because it's like so unique, and I'm sure you've answered this question before, but what does Tones and I mean? Like, where did you come up with that name?
Well, my name's Tony, and everyone calls me Tones, but I wanted to be just Tones, but it was actually taken by a band in the UK and a band in here, actually, in New York. And apparently if someone has your same name and they get big enough, they can stop you from touring with that same name in their like country. So I was like, okay, everyone spells my name with a Y, but it's not, it's an I. So let's make it Tones and I, which also means if you talk about it, it's you and me. So if you're talking about me, Tones and I, so it's like us together. And it also means my music and me, so Tones and I.
I love that. So it's almost a good thing that name was taken, because that's like way cooler.
Thanks.
And now you have something to talk about. You have like a story to tell about your name.
Yeah. And also it's so funny because I've thought so many times, I was sitting in the driveway in Australia in the bush, coming up with that name, sitting on the driveway, came up with the name. Didn't think that it would be like on a billboard in Times Square or anything, like a name I came up with, like, you know, it's just like people know that name now. It's just really crazy.
So you've driven in Times Square and you've seen your billboard?
Yeah, actually today.
What?
Yeah.
What? Like, what does that feel like?
Yeah, it's just like overwhelming, like a sense of like feeling like proud of myself, you know. I was busking which is street performing, in May. Like it wasn't like 5 years ago or anything, it was in May, and that's what I've been doing. So to be able to go from that to like, this is ridiculous, you know?
It's these moments don't really happen at all. I mean, this is a pretty unique situation for you. So can we talk about that? I want to talk about the song, but I want to go back to, what is it called, busking?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's street performing in Australia. Is that legal?
Yeah, it is. It is in Byron Bay, this little beach town. So you have to get a permit, and then you just take your equipment to the street and you just play music. And I made a demo CD and started selling them for $10 and put my social media like on my sign, and then just tried to really like build it organically. I play everything live. Dance Monkey is live. Like I wrote it live on piano. I loop it with drum beats and synthesizers. So like when I was busking, like I just like looped everything. So that's how I got all the beats and stuff.
And you started doing that like in 2017?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're busking,
and
you're performing on the street, and then so how do you get from there to here? So is it true that the first night you were doing that you met your manager? Did I read that correctly, or is that a fake story?
No, that's true.
So you just meet this guy who like wants to be your manager, and then
he just walked past and he was like, hey, like he watched for a while, like half an hour, and then he gave me his card and it said like entertainment lawyer on it, and I was like, give it back, like, I don't have any legal issues, like I don't need this. He's like, just call me. And so I ended up waiting 3 weeks to call him because I just thought he was just talking shit like everyone does. But then I ended up calling him. He's like, I want you to come, like you can live with me and my family, like we're gonna make a demo and you're gonna busk full time and just build your fan base. And like, just do what you're doing, but, like, I'll support you in case you have no money. And I was like, what? So then I did that. I didn't live with him. I ended up living in my van in Byron anyway, but I had his support from, like, an hour and a half away if I needed to go back or whatever. Became really close with his family, built a, like, solid fan base, and just did that for a while. Slept in my car and played music on the street for, like, a year and a half or 2 years.
Wow. So then this year comes along, so you're still busking, you're still doing that. You quit your job, right?
Yeah.
You don't have a job. By the way, I worked at a deli before. I served food at a deli just like this, and I remember gaining so much weight. I don't even know why I even thought of that.
I love that story for you.
Oh my God. I remember that year was like just ridiculous. Wait, have you, besides busking, what was some of the jobs that you, and I want to get back to that, but what was some of the jobs that you had previously to that? Like,
I just worked in like a surf shop and sold like clothes and stuff to people. Help people buy the right kind of jeans for their body. I don't know, just stuff that really no one cares about.
Right.
But they pretend they do at the time because it's money. You know?
Yeah, of course. So now you're not doing that. You're doing this full time, and then you're street performing. And what? This year you released your first song in February.
Yeah. At this 1st of March, I released Johnny Run Away, which is about my best friend coming out to his father. And I released the song online, and then I went for a walk with my housemate. We just went to the lighthouse and back. And then when I got back, I had like 40 messages from my management, and they were like, you have to go online, like look, all the radio presenters for Triple J, which is like a big radio station in Australia, are like commenting on the song like within like a minute. Like they just got the song, and then they called me they called me and they were like, can we play your song today on Triple J? I was like, whoa, like really, like yeah. And then I called Kurt. I was like, Kurt, is it okay? Like this song that I wrote for you, I didn't think people would like, you know, hear it. So it's his story. He's like, it's okay, babe. Like go for it. Like you deserve it. Like let's just share the story and just create like a positive message. So I said yeah. And then they called me again and said, now we want to tonight, still the same day, call you and do like a interview about the song on air. So I called Kurt, like, can I talk about what the song's about? Like, he's like, yeah, like, go for it, because it's about him.
Sure.
And then they added it to full rotation the week after, and then all the other radio stations picked it up. Australia, like, really got behind me, and yeah.
Just like that. Okay, so that's good. Then a couple months later, I want to walk through this, because this is just amazing. What, in April or May you release?
May.
Dance Monkey comes out.
Yeah.
First of all, tell us what that song is about. Just for people that don't know.
That song is about one night I was busking, and I'd been busking for 6 hours, and there was like so many drunk people around. There was like a really aggressive guy, all these drunk girls on like a hen's night or something, and they were like, I'd done 6 encores, and I was like, guys, I'm done now. Like I've got to pack it up, and they were literally like, again. They started chanting like again, and I was like, sorry guys, like I've done 6 encores, like, and then one guy tried to steal money off me. Some girl knocked all my keyboards off their stands. And I was really frustrated about how impatient everyone was at that moment. And I got so upset that I wrote a song about it that's like Dance Monkey, which means if you replace the word dance with sing, it's like sing for me. And I just literally quoted everything that anyone's ever said to me. Like, you stopped me dead in my tracks while I was walking by. Just sing one more time. Sing for me, sing for me, sing for me. Like, you make me want to cry. Like, it's a mix of positive messages mixed with like how frustrated I was after that night. But usually it's very beautiful and there's a lot of love. But yeah, that song actually came from a place where I wasn't okay with busking, and then it ended up being a song that, you know, people are just like listening to around the world.
It's interesting that that's what that song is about, because that's sort of, I guess, the position that you're in now with all of the moments that you're experiencing. So it's literally become the longest #1 song in Australia. 16 weeks in a row at #1.
Yeah.
It's got #1 in 27 countries. It's literally the biggest streaming song ever in the world. How does that make you feel? I mean, this is a moment that, like I said, not many artists ever get to experience, and this is your first time out. Yeah,
it's so hard because it's like I'm not someone that like grew up in TV and became a pop star, or you know, I'm not someone that like is the epitome of what a pop person should be. Like I just write music that I love. I wrote that song for my friends on the street. And to see this reaction, sometimes it takes a while for it to hit me all, because I'm still like grasping what's happened today. Like, you know, being here, even here right now, playing a sold out show and being on a billboard today, like they're things that I never thought would happen in my life. And the only way to explain it is to say, like, it literally is like a fairy tale. People are just, you know, really getting around me, and it might just be this song, it might be me as an artist, but you know, right now there's a lot of love that I'm feeling. There's so many covers online, there's so many, you know, different things that people are doing with the song, which make me really proud that I've created something that people just enjoy, because at the end of the day, that's all it is.
Yeah.
People enjoy listening to the song.
Yeah, I mean, now you've cemented yourself in history. Seriously, you don't have to do anything for the rest of your life ever, and you've made your mark, which that's obviously, you're just getting started, but it's kind of a cool feeling that you're sort of, this is meteoric rise, and I feel like it's just the beginning, because you've got this voice that people just want to hear. People just want to hear you sing because it's so powerful. How did you know that you...
It's so funny because my family and friends say to me, even last week, they're like, we didn't know you had a weird voice. We've heard you sing your whole life. We never thought your voice was different, weird, maybe higher, whatever people might think, because who really knows? And I didn't either. I never ever once thought my voice was different or anything like that. And now the world is telling me that it's different. And we're all like, I've been me my whole life. Like, I'm just me. Like, I didn't know my voice is different. That's how it comes out. So I don't know, but I've never had a singing lesson, and I went to a singing coach.
Huh? You've never had a singing lesson?
No, I think that's why it's a bit weird, because I just try and hit those notes. But I went to a singing teacher finally, like my managers wanted me to just go to one to check my throat out. And she made me do this thing where they go like, ha, 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 whatever.
Right.
And she's like, made me do it. She's like, you have a really like small vocal range. Like if I met you for the first time, just this, I would assume you couldn't sing. And then she goes, go up a bit higher, in a higher octave. So I did. She's like, oh, you can hit all the notes when you're higher. It's the weirdest thing ever. She's like, when you go up higher, like you can hit them all. But when you're down here, like you can't hit any notes. It's not like I'm putting stuff on. It's like I literally can't hit the notes down there.
That's crazy. So you're literally a God-given, talented human being, and you've just gotten here through will and just the love of performing. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I've heard stories about people that are busking or you know, street performance that have been given the opportunity to like expand on their music and been given a chance to actually like thrive. But I never thought it would happen to me, never, actually.
So how are you taking these moments in? Because I remember I read something where you said that if you're constantly focused on getting that big break, you're not really focused on like each moment. Yeah. How are you dealing with these big moments, and what's been one that you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening? Like, what is this? What is my life?
Well, I'd probably say even being in the Billboard chart, because like no shit, like everyone in the world apart from Americans think that America's really hard, because like there's so many people here, there's so many radio stations, there's so many things going on, there's so many talented people. It's huge. It's fucking huge. Let's
it really
be real.
is. Yeah, this city alone.
Yes,
it's way overpopulated.
To get any kind of momentum in this country is so hard, and I love it so much. So it's like, you know, you get artists that get asked. Yeah. Australian artists get asked, do you want to bother with America, or do you want to just focus on Europe? And I said, like, no, I want to focus on America. Like, that's where I want to be. Like, I want to play shows there. Like, you know, that's my dream. And so, like, to be able to, like, have the opportunity, that's the moment that I think of. And, like, to even get in those charts, you know? Yeah. To be a part of that. Like, even to just be in, like, the alternative version of the Billboard charts, I was freaking out. Yeah. But to actually be, like, in the top 30 is crazy.
It's huge. It's major. You shared a lot of moments with us. I follow you on Instagram. Because, first of all, I'm obsessed with you just on Instagram. You're just so, like, real. You're like, this is me. This is who I am. You shared a moment of you meeting Louis Capaldi. You shared a moment of you meeting Tyga. And you were like, Tyga actually wanted to meet me. Like, what? Like, how do things like that make you feel? Or, like,
Yeah. Well, he called me Dance Monkey Girl, but I'll take it.
I got called you Dance Monkey Girl? Oh my God.
He's like, oh, the Dance Monkey Girl's here. I want to say hi to her. And you know what? At this point in time, like, I'll take it. It's fine. I got to do it. It was so great. I showed my friends.
Right.
Lewis Capaldi, to be honest, like, we just caught up and talked crap. Everyone's like, what'd you talk about? Collabs on it? I'm like, no, we had a beer and just laughed for like half an hour.
Right.
Then this lady comes knocking on the dressing room and she's like, hey guys, the Jonas Brothers want to meet you. And I was like, what? Like, what? So walked in there, they were like offered us a drink and we were chatting to them, really, really nice. Like these are people that, like, they're not real. Like, they're not real. Like, it's just, they're not real people. Like, you don't realize that they're real people because you never think you're ever going to meet them ever.
Right.
So when you meet them, you're like, oh my God, they're living human beings. Like, you just think, I'm never going to meet them. They're just TV people you see on TV.
Right. It's not real, but it is real. Wait, so what was it like meeting the Jonas Brothers? Like, what did they say to you? What was your conversation like?
They were just very, like, calm and nice and really, like, respectful. And just, like, congratulations on the music and great job. Like, love your tunes. I hope that, like, one day we see each other again. Like, just nice. Like, just like exactly like every person I've met through music, just like, hope to see you again one day. Like, good job on the tunes. It's really lovely people.
That's awesome. Listen, wait, I just want you to smell this. You don't have to take a bite. I just need you to smell this. I want to see your reaction when you smell this. This is the best thing you're ever gonna have in your life.
It smells like just a lot of meat.
Listen, when it comes to pastrami, the more meat the better. This is their legendary, like, famous sandwich. I'm so excited for you to try it.
This is why people come here, because they can halve the sandwich, halve that, and have enough to feed the whole family.
Okay, no, girl, I don't take this home in a doggy bag. I finish everything that's in front of me. I do not take food for later. I clean my plate. That's the kind of. So wait, you actually take home, like, food home with you? Like, you actually don't eat everything that's on your plate?
Well,
that's unheard of.
Well, here we go. When I was living in my car, hell yes. You take every bit. And not only that, like, I was living in my car at a hostel with other people that were living in their cars. So, like, you take home every bit of food you don't finish.
Sure.
But sometimes if you only have a little bit left and it's kind of mangled, you just leave it.
No, I do this. Like, what more can I get? Okay, listen, so you're doing Fallon tonight, which is humongous. I mean, every artist in the world has done Fallon. I feel like there's a lot of things at your disposal now, right? Now that you have this humongous, massive hit. Is there an artist, like, on your wish list, somebody that you're dying to work with, or somebody that you want to just even meet, do a song with, collaborate on something with?
Well, my favorite artist of all time, and I'm really, like, a lyric person. Like, I'm all about lyrics.
Same. I feel like girls are all about lyrics. Guys listen to melodies. That's actually a statistic.
Well, I am into, like, lyrics is very important, and also our voice. And I love Macklemore. I don't know what it is about his voice and his lyrics. Like, his first big hit was Thrift Shop, obviously. Then Can't Hold Us and, you know, Same Love. Can you imagine releasing those same 3 songs in your first, like, big album or EP or whatever? Like, lyrically, like, that's crazy. So it just gives you, like, so much heart and soul. Can't Hold Us is like everyone's, like, song that they listen to pump themselves up. And then Thrift Shop is, like, a song about thrift shopping that made it to #1 everywhere in the world. Like, that's so amazing.
Like, I'm wearing a jacket that cost me like $10. By the way, this is not real fur.
Oh, good. I love that.
This is faux. Like, he's, like, saying, like, I'm cool because I don't spend a lot of money on my clothes. Like, it's very different. Like, it's something people connect with. I think that's why people connect with you. There's just something special and authentic about you. You know?
Thank you.
I think that's what people really love. I actually read some comments where people were like, I can't believe she sounds just like she sounds on the record. It doesn't even sound like she's singing live. Like, that's...
Yeah, I did the AFL Grand Final and people were, like, cross between, like, oh, she's lip singing, and I really wasn't lip singing, but I was like, thank you so much. Like, I'll take it.
Right. Wait, it's funny. I was watching a video of you actually online, and my eyes were glued on you with the microphone by your mouth. I'm like, no, I'm waiting for her to slip up, and you did not slip up.
No, I've never ever lip synced in my life, and I never ever will.
Yeah.
I've been asked to once, and I was, like, so offended because I can't fake it. Like, I can't, even in soundcheck for Jimmy Fallon today, like, because it was just a sound check, I'm like moving around the stage, but I'm like, this is how I always say it. There's like a normal tone that's like normal and can't do shit. Like she cannot do shit. She's shy, like, but then when I get onto stage, it's like a whole new person that takes over my body and goes, I got you, like don't worry.
Yeah.
And that person only comes out when it's time, and she doesn't come out for sound check. She doesn't do any of that. She only comes out when it's time to go, whether you're sick, dying or injured, like I can just get it done.
Yeah.
And I know where it comes from because it's a totally different person to who I am. But when I get on stage, I feel like whether I'm self-conscious about things or who I am or anything, like this is my thing where I thrive. So I feel most comfortable in that pocket where I get to share what I love. Then it's like, if you had me like, you know, cooking a meal or something, like I'm like, I don't know how to do that. Like, I'm not confident in it, you know. It's just about putting you in the position where you're really comfortable and sticking to that, you know.
I feel like when you say that, I think about like what Beyonce always used to say about like Sasha Fierce, you know, that whole like her personality just comes alive on stage, and once she's up there, another personality comes out, and she has this alter ego that is just can take over the world.
It's such a different thing.
Yeah.
Like it really is. I feel like that's exactly right. Like it's so different from who you are as a person to when you get on stage. And I don't know other performers if they're like that or not. The only difference is, the main thing is, you don't care about what anyone thinks of you.
What's that like? Tell us what's that.
Well, I mean, I don't know because other tones knows.
Right.
It's so hard to sit here and say, oh, I don't care, I'm happy with who I am. I think I'm happy that I'm a good person and I love my friends and like I like having a laugh, but like no matter what, you're always going to be subconscious about certain things as just a human being in general. And I don't want to be another artist that just pretends everything's fine and everything's perfect. We're only human. Everyone goes through shit. But all I do is just try and make sure that every moment I do have is as fun and happy as possible. And when I have the down moments, it's okay because they don't outweigh the good ones. And that's pretty much what it is right now.
Yeah. Listen, it's really important, and that's really awesome that you're in that place, because you're just we all get there, but as long as you don't let it like suffocate you and keep you down, it's sort of it's where you're here in New York. Okay, getting ready to do Fallon, doing your first show. You have shows coming next year already that have sold out. Your the Bowery Ballroom show done.
And Brooklyn.
Like
I'm
over.
so excited to go to Brooklyn.
Girl, I'm from Brooklyn. Do you like pizza?
We could do it.
Okay,
for sure.
There's some really great pizza spots I got to take you to in Brooklyn.
I've been told I have to get pizza from New York, but because I was here so quickly last time, I haven't, and this time as well for one day. Like, so it's gonna have to be next year.
Okay, when you come back, we're gonna go to L&B, we're gonna go to DeFara's, I'm gonna take you on a pizza tour. There's just things you gotta take. All right, so the song, Dance Monkey, it's just a massive hit. EP is out, you're gonna be on Fallon, you're performing all over. We're gonna dig into this. You're gonna do your pastrami, I'm gonna do my vegan potato. And thank you so much, and congratulations, and it was so great chatting with you.
Thank you so much. Bye guys.
Towns and I!
From the top of the Empire State Building.
C100.